Hi guys, welcome to Happy High Tarot. In today's pick a card reading, we will find out what is your person's favorite memory of you. Alright, this is a timeless reading. So for the first group, I have this green stone over here. For the second group, I have this pretty shell. I love the rainbow hues in it. It's all visible under the sun actually. This is what it looks like from behind. And then for the third group, it's this little blue stone. So pause the video over here, meditate on all three objects, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. Just a second. Yeah, there, now you can pause it. Meditate on all three, pick whichever one calls out to you the most. You'll find the timestamps in the comment section as well as in the description box below. So make your choice and let's get started. Hi group 1, so for those of you who chose the green stone, I'm actually getting tons of scenarios over here about their favorite memory of you, so take whichever resonates. So the first memory that I'm picking up on is of the first time that they took notice of you, and it was probably at a community setup. You know, you weren't alone, you were with your friends or your family. Perhaps a common friend of yours was throwing a party and that is where they noticed you, or it could have been the first day of school or the first day of college and everybody was gathered for some sort of activity wherein you guys could mingle with each other or whatever, and that is when from across the room they took notice of you. And I see that although there were a lot of people there, they singularly picked you out, and that is where their focus was. For others of you, I'm also getting that it was during this meeting that they realized how different you were from everybody else that was there, especially in terms of the fact that you were not overly obsessed with vanity. And I think that is something that they really liked about you. It is possible that you had a book in hand when you met them for the first time, or the book in this woman's can signify that you guys met at this educational setup of sorts. The very first meeting, I feel like, set the tone for the rest of your relationship or connection, wherein right from the beginning they felt this inexplicable attraction or fondness or liking towards you. So the first meeting with you, basically, or the first time that they saw you, is by far their favorite memory of you. Now, the next memory that I'm picking up on is of a trip that you guys took together, but you weren't alone. There were some friends involved. All of you either went hitchhiking or you guys went to some ranch or a farm or whatever it was. But although you both were not alone, as in you guys had come in a group, you both actually took off to be on your own. You bonded very well with each other. There was lots and lots of sex as well. They really liked that. I mean, that holiday, that vacation, that's their favorite memory. I am also picking up on a particular trait of yours that they hadn't noticed, or that came out at a time where you were discussing something with them, and in that moment you were very vulnerable. Bear with me, I'm going to explain this better. You were going through something in your life. You hadn't talked about it with anybody else. You were pretending on the outside to be very brave, very well kept. Nothing can get to you. And because of this outside personality of yours, nobody could have even guessed what was actually going on inside. I think it was something major. It could have been related to anything, something on the family front, or something related to your mental health. Whatever it was, you were not talking to people about it. But you chose to confide in this individual. And that conversation, no matter how heavy it was, just the fact that you chose them, to pour your heart out to, it meant a lot to them. They really, really liked and still cannot forget how you shared that public image of yours and how vulnerable you were with them in that moment. You gave them access to your deepest thoughts, fears, emotions. They really liked that and they really respected it as well. And the presence of the hermit over here is telling me that they did not talk about it to anybody. They really maintained the sanctity of the whole thing, of the fact that you trusted in them. I do not think that they broke your trust as far as this particular thing is concerned. Another memory that I'm picking up on is of a time when you were very passionately discussing your career plans with them. I feel like it was something which maybe either you did not have a lot of backup or you did not have a lot of support for that particular dream from your family, friends, and whatnot. But the fact that your spirit remained undeterred by these things, and when you were talking to them, they could see that fire in your eyes. You know, they could see that hunger in you to break the glass ceiling, to just get out of that town or get out of that setting and make a name for yourself, earn money, give yourself the life that you've always wanted. I'm actually hearing that each time you shared an anecdote with them in which this hunger of yours came out, you know, to become something, to be something, they cherish that. I don't know why they cherish that. Perhaps because they draw a lot of inspiration from you. Maybe ever since the stories you really have accomplished a lot of what you used to talk to them about. Which is why for a lot of you, I'm picking that you and this person go way back. You both have literally seen each other grow, develop, accomplish all the things you guys just talk about. What is that Luminia's song? Ugh, I don't know, I cannot remember it at all, but I feel like they've made a song or something like this. Okay. Anyway, so it's pretty much like that. Right now, I don't think you guys are in touch for some of you, at least because of the presence of the hermit. But the memories are, I mean, there's so much greenery over here. The memories are as fresh as ever. Something about, oh, okay. Either you had helped them financially once or they had helped you financially once. I don't think it was a simple exchange of money. I think a lot happened that day. Lots of deep conversations, lots of physical proximity. Whatever it was, that particular day also means a lot to them. Now I'm going to give you some dates, the memories that I've just talked about. These dates might hold some significance for you in that aspect. So there is 17, there is 7, there is 3, and there is 11. You can also have 2 and 8. Okay, and the signs that are present over here are Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, Sag, and Virgo. Okay, if this reading did not resonate with you, please keep in mind that A, this is a general reading, and B, these are memories that I'm picking up on off of the card. So feel free to check out the other two groups as well. Also, if you're on Instagram, you can follow me, given the link that's in the description box. I post reels and, you know, tarot readings over there as well. All right, now let's see what Spirit's message for you. It says meditate and contemplate. So the one thing that I'm feeling guided to tell you over here, looking at meditate and contemplate, is that you and your person are very different from each other. There is this whole yin-yang vibe to you guys. Despite that, the fact that fish are associated with water and it's always very easy flowing, the connection, I don't know what the present state of affairs is, of course, but despite being two very different people, you guys still manage to click with each other. And I think that's amazing. So anyway, coming back to Spirit's message for you, I feel like there's something that's bothering you right now. And Spirit is advising you to not really go around looking for answers everywhere for it. In fact, try to center your energies, try to meditate, think about the problem. And there is a heavy possibility that if you think about it in deep contemplation, meditation, clear your thoughts, clear the clutter in your head, you will get all the answers by yourself. All right? So these are all the messages that I have for you today, Group 1. If you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. To book a personal reading with me, you will find all the details in the pinned comment and the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi Group 2, so for those of you who chose this shell over here, let's see what is your person's favorite memory of you. And since we're talking about memories, there is a possibility that I might channel more than one memory, so take what resonates. And if this particular pile does not resonate with you, of course you can always feel free to check out the other two piles. Alright, so the very first memory that I'm picking up on for this group is that the person that you are inquiring about today was not the first person to enter your life. In fact, when they entered your life, at that time, you were with somebody else. Maybe it was an official relationship, maybe it was a situationship, whatever it was not going well. That other person might have even cheated on you, or it was a very, very toxic relationship. You were trying to get out of it, but you just did not know how. You were feeling very down in the dumps, very helpless. And then along came this person, and in their own eyes, this is funny, but I mean, it's sweet at the same time, so I don't know. They kind of see themselves as the hero, or like the knight in shining armor who rescued you from that particular situation. I am also picking up on this energy very strongly, that this individual that you're asking about today was actually interested in you from a very long time and was basically just waiting for you to be free from that other connection before they could swoop in and shoot their shot. And I think they did that. And I also feel like they were successful in it. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here today asking about them. So whatever conversation it was, or in whatever capacity they first approached you, that is one of their favorite memories. Wow, okay, so I just got this message that for a lot of you, it was this person, the one that you're asking about today, who actually revealed your ex's true colors to you. And that's how you actually found out that that person was cheating on you or whatnot. So that conversation wherein they were able to open your eyes, or where they were able to inspire you enough to leave that person and leave that connection, that is their favorite memory. They actually feel very happy about the fact that they could hype you up enough to enable you to see that you have it in you and that there is no reason for you to suffer. So the fact that they could inspire you, so I mean, that's one reason why it is their favorite memory of you. Apart from that, a rather sexy memory that I'm picking up on is of a particular time that you guys indulged in sex, and I'm picking up on some BDSM over here. I think that was like the best sex that you both ever had, and it is their favorite memory of you. For some of you, this individual's favorite memory of you is when they managed to get you out of a group setting and they flirted with you. It took them a lot of courage to do this, because this much is clear to me that this person had their eyes on you for some time. I feel like they were very, very nervous about approaching you. I'm not discussing about the whole ex thing right now, all right? That was one memory that I discussed. Now, on to this next memory. So this person had their eyes on you for some time, but they used to get very, very anxious just by the thought of walking up to you or talking to you. Finally, one day they gathered lots and lots of courage. I think some of that courage can be attributed to the fact that they were drunk. All right, they had a lot of liquor, and that is what gave them confidence, as is the case with a lot of people, by the way. So I think because of that confidence or whatever, they managed to approach you. You were with your friends, you were not alone. They also managed to get you out of that group and talk to you one-on-one. They flirted with you. It went very well. For a lot of you, either they went back to your place or you went back to their place. It was amazing, and that remains their favorite memory by far. All right, now the next memory that I'm picking up on is of a particular phase actually in your connection, wherein there was this unspoken chemistry or lust between the both of you, but you guys never addressed it. And the presence of the Three of Cups over here is telling me that it's because at that time you were also with somebody and they were also with somebody, but neither were you happy nor were they happy. You guys had developed an attraction towards each other, but none of you had verbalized it. None of you had left your current partners. None of you had vocally expressed your feelings to each other. It was a whole phase basically, wherein there would be eye contacts, wherein there would be accidental brushing of hands, where there would be these awkward silences, but the eyes never lie, Chico. So that's that. So that particular phase of your connection, wherein you both were burning for each other but could not be with each other. So that magnetism, that push and pull, is that whole phase actually is one of their favorite memories of you. Let me see if I'm picking up on any other memory. There's one other memory, the last memory perhaps that I'm picking up on, and that is this individual. They revealed a snake in your group to you. So there was some friend of yours who was only a friend to your face, but actually meant all the possible harm in the world to you behind your back. This person knew about it. They informed you about it. They encouraged you to to confront that person, and you did. And that moment of bravery, that moment of snapping out of the fact that you had been deceived by somebody you called a friend, and standing up to them, confronting them, and choosing to walk away from that lies, is their favorite memory of you. All right, now I'm going to give you some dates which might be significant for you, perhaps the first time that you guys met or some dates you guys went out on. So I have 23 over here, 25, 7 and 20, and then there can also be 2, 6 and 5. 7 and 5, sorry. Okay, the signs that have come out are Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Leo, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now let's see what is Spirit's message for you. You and your loved ones are safe. Perhaps there's something going on in your life right now, group 2, which you guys are getting very, very stressed about. You don't know how are you going to get out of it, or maybe there's some family member of yours that's going through something and you're very, very concerned about them. So through this card, Spirit is assuring you that do not worry, everything will be all right. If it is about you, you will get out of it. If it is about some family member, they will also get out of whatever this problem is. All right, so don't worry. This too shall pass. So these are all the messages that I have for you, group 2. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. If you're on Instagram, do give me a follow over there. The link is in description. I post tarot readings over there as well. To book a personal reading with me, you will find all the details in the pinned comment and description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hi group 3, so for those of you who chose this blue stone, let's see what is your person's favorite memory of you. And this is a general reading. I won't just be talking about one memory. So in case the memories that I discuss in this pile do not resonate with you, feel free to check out the other 2 piles. So let's get right into it. The very first memory, alright, so before I get into the memory, I have to say that for a lot of you, you and the person that you're asking about today, you guys were a slow burn couple. You both did not like each other right from the start. In fact, I feel like you both initially did not like each other at all. Like you just could not stand them, they could not stand you. But then gradually, as you guys, as is the case with a lot of slow burn couples, so they start out with a lot of hostilities and then eventually it blossoms into the romance of a lifetime. So I feel like for a lot of you, that is your origin story. Anyway, going back to the first memory that I'm picking up on over here. I am seeing this very vividly, that you are standing inside your house and there is somebody cycling by. Okay? For some of you it was a cycle, for some of you it was a car, I don't know. All right, but definitely the other person was passing by your house when they saw you standing in the backyard, the front garden, the porch, wherever. So that is where they first took notice of you. And the presence of the sun over here tells me that they saw you, they were very, very attracted towards you, and they just could not stop thinking about you. Maybe you guys grew up in the same neighborhood, or they would often visit your neighborhood because somebody, like their friend or relative or whatever, used to live there. Post that, I think they would always just find excuses to drive by your house. So this is a very recurring thing that I'm picking up on. But like that first time that they saw you in this very localized setting of your own home remains their favorite memory of you. For others of you, their favorite memory is the very first time that you both spoke to each other. And I do not mean like on a phone call or like a text. No, a proper face-to-face meeting. The first time that you guys spoke to each other face-to-face, an actual proper conversation. That particular conversation, that day, whatever it is that you guys might have spoken about, whatever it is that you guys were wearing, whatever the setting was, that whole conversation is their favorite memory. The first time that they got an opportunity to talk to you, to get close to you. The other memory that I'm picking up on, and there's this, by the way, there's this whole other scenario going on in the back that I need to discuss. I feel like similar to group 2, the person that you're asking me about liked you, but at that time, you had either just gotten out of a breakup, or you had made it very clear that you're not ready to date, or you were with somebody else. So they were waiting for you to get out of whatever it was, no dating phase or situationship that you were stuck in, or could have even been the fact that they first wanted you to clear all the baggage and move on from your ex before they could make their move. So when they finally got an opportunity to talk to you, or when that dream of theirs finally got fulfilled, wherein the person that they had been admiring from afar for so long actually spoke to them, actually had a real conversation with them, not just a fantasy conversation, that is their favorite memory of you. Now, going back to the origin story, so one memory that I'm picking up on for a lot of you is, again, this was this whole phase between you both, wherein you both could not stand each other, wherein you both would quarrel with each other a lot, couldn't agree on one thing at all. Does not matter whether this was during school or college or even an office setting or just, a bunch of friends hanging out. You both could never reach a conclusion. You both would always argue because of that. There was at all times this need to be on top of the other. They actually liked that banter. And I feel like somewhere you like that banter too. In fact, one message that I've just got is that 6 out of 10 times, you both would uselessly fight with each other because you liked to. All right, because you liked to engage in that banter, because you liked to talk to each other, but you wouldn't confess because of your big egos that you are falling for each other. So you guys would make up these stupid fights. You guys would find reasons to fight with each other. So that whole juvenile phase of this connection is their favorite memory. Another memory that I'm seeing over here is that they took you out on an adventure sport of some sort, or they taught you how to play a particular sport. So the day or the days wherein they taught you how to play that particular sport, or when you guys went out to play. Could have been anything, could have been like a mini golf course, or yes, for some of you could have been what is that sport wherein you have these thin pointy swords and you're covered in this clothing, your face is covered with net, and I just cannot recall the name of that sport, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So maybe that for some of you. It does not have to be. It wasn't The Parent Trap, so you know what I'm talking about. Annie and Hallie, that is how they those were their names, right? No, anyway, just The Parent Trap, that sport, that's what I'm talking about. Okay, another memory that I'm picking up on is that you both went on some retreat together. Maybe that is where you guys first met each other. That is where you guys first became friends with each other. So that retreat, the days that they spent with you over there, that's what the favorite memory is. And for others of you, you guys were already in a connection and you both decided to take this trip to recharge your batteries a little bit. For a lot of you, this was a trip to the mountains perhaps, or somewhere where there was just very lush greenery around. Some of you might have even taken a yoga course together. So that is their favorite memory. I am picking up on a very recent memory also for some of you. I feel like very recently you guys have had a conversation. Does not matter whether you sent the first message or they sent the first message. This particular recent conversation that I'm talking about has left you both with a lot of hope for the future of this connection. And I feel like in this conversation, you both have made it abundantly clear to each other that you're not going anywhere, they're not going anywhere. Maybe you guys just need some alone time, or you guys need to discuss how to sort out your differences in case of any. But anyway, so this recent conversation is, might have replaced whatever favorite memory there was, and now this is their favorite memory. Another memory that I'm seeing is that either they had surprised you and come to meet you wherever it is that you were living, or you surprised them and you went to visit them wherever it is that they were living. So there was obviously physical distance between the both of you. It was very random, completely out of nowhere. If they were the one visiting, you were not expecting it. If you were the one who was visiting, they were not expecting it. And it just turned out so, it was fantastic. The time that you both had, it was amazing. It was beyond what you had in mind or what they had in mind. It basically proved to you how much they care about you and vice versa. So that flying visit, that surprise visit, is their favorite memory. Now I'm going to give you some dates which might be significant for you as far as these memories go. So I have 30, 22, 26, 19. This can also be 10 or 1, 8, 4 and 3. All right. The signs that are present are Aries, Leo, Sag. Leo has come out very strongly, as is Aquarius, and then I have Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio as well. Does not have to be the zodiac necessarily. Spirit's message for you is a fiery climax approaches. So I'm getting two messages. The first one is that something that you've been dealing with for some time now, some problem or some conflict of some sort, is going to come to an end very soon. And the other message that I'm getting is that you are running out of patience with somebody and you are about to confront them and give them a piece of your mind. And that is either going to make the whole thing or break the whole thing. But it's needed. Okay, so these are all the messages that I have for you, Group 3. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe. If you're on Instagram, follow me over there as well. That is another place where I post tarot readings through reels and posts. To book a personal reading with me, you will find all the details in the pinned comment and the description box. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.